What if the greatest spiritual truths were never truly lost, only hidden, waiting for the right moment to be understood? This journey invites you to step beyond ordinary perception and uncover a forgotten wisdom that has the power to reshape your reality. What if the most powerful manifestation secret in history wasn't revealed in a best-selling self-help book, but hidden inside an ancient text that almost vanished from the world? What if the key to transforming your reality had been concealed for thousands of years, waiting for someone ready to uncover it? Imagine this: Egypt, 1945. In the blazing desert heat, a farmer digging for fertilizer discovers a sealed clay jar. Inside are fragile scrolls untouched for nearly 2,000 years. Among them lies the Gospel of Thomas. Unlike any gospel you've heard of, this one stands apart. No birth story, no crucifixion narrative, no miracles as traditionally described. Instead, it reads like a collection of mystical statements, whispers spoken by a figure many call Christ, yet in a voice entirely different from the one preached from church pulpits. Some believe these were teachings reserved only for Jesus' closest followers, words too powerful and too self-empowering to be given to the masses. Within these cryptic sayings lies a truth so radical, so transformative, that it challenges everything we think we understand about reality. A message that, if fully grasped, could shift your outer world and free you from the limits of 3D consciousness. In this video, we'll explore why this gospel was hidden, how its message survived centuries of suppression, and, most importantly, the one secret that reveals how to alter the fabric of reality itself. Are you ready to uncover what the early mystics knew about manifestation, and why this secret was left hiding in plain sight? We will open the doors to a forgotten gospel and awaken a power that has always been yours. To understand why this secret was buried, we must step into a time when spiritual wisdom circulated in hidden chambers, passed quietly from seeker to seeker. The Gospel of Thomas is nothing like the traditional Christian texts. It was never canonized or read from church altars. Instead, it circulated among mystics, Gnostics, and those drawn to truths that threatened the established order. Discovered in Nag Hammadi, Egypt, in the mid-20th century, this gospel contains 114 cryptic sayings attributed to Jesus, teachings that reveal a radically different message. Why was it hidden? Consider an era when Rome's power was absolute and the early church was shaping a unified doctrine enforced by law. Anything that suggested personal power, inner divinity, or direct access to the divine, without the church as intermediary, was seen as dangerous, even heretical. The Gospel of Thomas fit perfectly into this forbidden category. Here, Jesus isn't portrayed as a distant savior, but as an awakener urging each listener to seek the kingdom not in temples or rituals, but within themselves, to recognize their own divine spark and become conscious creators. These teachings echoed philosophical traditions from the East, the wisdom of Egypt, and Hermetic principles such as above, so below. In these systems, reality is fluid. Consciousness shapes form, and the boundary between creator and creation blurs. Philosophically, this was explosive. It threatened any authority claiming exclusive access to truth. If every individual could access the divine, if reality itself could be shaped by awareness, then structures of control would collapse instantly. Over centuries, Orthodox doctrine pushed these ideas aside, replacing inner exploration with outward ritual. Yet the Gospel of Thomas survived, passed in secret circles among those hungry for deeper truth. Today, as more people awaken to the nature of consciousness, these sayings feel less like heresy and more like a coded instruction for creating reality. So why did this knowledge fade into obscurity? It never truly disappeared. It simply waited for the world to become ready. You didn't find this message by accident. You were meant to step into this circle of understanding, to realize you are the divine creator of your reality. Now we enter the heart of the mystery, the secret whispered between the lines of Thomas. Among the 114 sayings, one glows like a beacon for those seeking to shape their world. Saying 70, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. At first glance, these words sound poetic or ominous. but read again. They hold a code that redefines manifestation, not as wishful thinking, but as a profound process of creation. Imagine your inner world as a seed, quiet yet containing infinite potential. Every thought, emotion, and vision is a force waiting to be expressed. The ancients believed this inner realm isn't imagination alone, but the raw substance of reality. To manifest, you must allow the hidden to shape the visible. But here lies the paradox. Most people remain unaware of this inner power. We are taught that reality is fixed, that life happens to us, not through us. Yet Thomas reverses this idea entirely, declaring that the world is a projection of the inner state. Reality is both observed and created by you. The treasure you seek outside has always been within. Think of life as a mirror reflecting your inner truths, desires, and fears, often unconsciously. When you bring forth what lies inside, you're not merely expressing yourself, you're summoning new patterns of existence. But when you suppress or deny your inner truths, these same forces become frustration, anxiety, or self-sabotage. The secret is not to fight the world, but to reveal your inner gold. This is more than metaphor. Quantum physics hints that observation shapes reality. Ancient Egypt taught that spoken words create worlds. Taoism teaches that the unmanifest becomes manifest through intention. All traditions point to the same truth. The divine spark within is the source code of your reality. So what does it truly mean to bring forth what is within you? Is it just expressing emotions or pursuing goals or something deeper? Thomas doesn't give formulas, only clues. Each seeker must discover their own method of unlocking the gates. The journey begins within, recognizing that the greatest power of manifestation resides inside you. As we go deeper into Thomas, the teachings become more paradoxical, challenging everything we think we know about cause, effect, and reality. Hidden in these lines is a second layer of the manifestation secret, one that challenges materialists and mystics alike. Consider saying 3, if those who lead you say, the kingdom is in the sky, then the birds will arrive before you. If they say, it is in the sea, then the fish will reach it before you. Rather, the kingdom is within you, and it is outside you. This means the kingdom, the reality you desire to manifest, is not somewhere distant. It is here now, within your consciousness. Your vibration determines what appears in the outer world. The inner and outer worlds are the same field vibrating at different frequencies. This is the ancient paradox of manifestation. You cannot manifest what you believe is separate from you. To bring something forth, you must first realize that you and your desired reality are not two things. You are reflections inside a single infinite consciousness. Like becoming lucid in a dream, the rules shift immediately. The dreamer who knows they are dreaming becomes free. For centuries, we've been told that only institutions or authorities hold the keys to reality. But Thomas breaks this illusion. The true revolution is inside. And here is a deeper insight. Manifestation is not about acquiring what you want. It is about dissolving the illusion of separation between you and what you desire. When you know the kingdom is within and without, struggle fades. You begin to tune yourself like a radio to the frequency of the reality you wish to experience. Ancient traditions guarded these teachings because misused, they can inflate the ego. But in their pure form, they teach alignment, trust, and co-creation. Gnostics called it gnosis, direct knowing. Hermetics called it divine working. All point to the same idea. Reality bends for those who understand it was never rigid. Yet misconceptions remain. Some think manifestation is empty wishing. Others call it selfish. Thomas corrects both. It tells us to align inner and outer worlds, to listen deeply and to act from authentic awareness. Notice the subtlety. The gospel doesn't command, it invites. It doesn't threaten, it empowers. It is not about forcing the world to bend, but realizing that your consciousness shapes it. Before we explore how to practice this wisdom, one question remains. Why do so few people find the secret if it's in plain sight? Because Thomas also says, let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. When he finds, he will be troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all. The journey is not about comfort, but awakening, astonishment, and finally, mastery. So how do you embody Thomas's hidden manifestation secret right now? How do you turn ancient words into lived experience? We begin where the gospel begins, awareness. 1. Cultivate radical self-awareness. Before anything can be expressed, it must be seen. Spend a few quiet moments each day in stillness and ask, what is within me right now? Let whatever arises, hopes, fears, dreams, shadows, come forward. Don't judge, just witness. This is the first act of creation. 2. Speak the word, activate the power of declaration. Mystics believe speech shapes reality. After seeing what is within, speak a truth or intention aloud as if announcing it to the universe. Use present tense. Feel the vibration of your words forming new patterns in the unseen. Third act is the embodied creator. Manifestation requires action, not forced but inspired. Ask, what is one small step I can take today to honor what I've brought forth? Align your outer actions with your inner truth. 4. Trust the process. Transformation is rarely linear. Doubt and resistance will arise. This is the troubling before the breakthrough. In Kabbalah, this is the opponent appearing before elevation. Don't retreat. Move through it. Discomfort is a sign you are close. 5. Create rituals of daily alignment. Each morning, whisper one intention for the day. Each night, reflect, did I act in alignment with what is within me? Over time, these seeds reshape your consciousness, and your world begins to change. Avoid passive wishing. Manifestation is a partnership between intention and inspired action. Don't be discouraged if results take time. The deepest seeds sprout slowly. The Gospel of Thomas is not a recipe, it's a doorway. You must walk through it. We began with a mystery buried in desert sands, a forgotten gospel wrapped in riddles. But now you've seen the secret. Manifestation is not about attracting things. It is about awakening to your role as co-creator. Thomas challenges you to realize that what you seek has always lived within you, quietly waiting to be expressed. Each moment invites you forward. The line between inner and outer worlds is far thinner than we are taught. When you reveal your true self, when you speak, act, and live from your deepest knowing, the world shifts in ways that seem miraculous. The true kingdom is not in the heavens or buried in ancient books. It is revealed each time you listen to the quiet inner voice and trust it enough to act. So I leave you with one question only you can answer. What is waiting within you to be brought forth? And who will you become when you finally release it? If this message resonated, share your thoughts below. What truths are you ready to manifest? Subscribe for more explorations into esoteric wisdom, Gnostic teachings, and practical spirituality. And remember, fellow seeker, you are the creator. The secret has never been outside of you. It has always lived within, quietly waiting to be awakened. As you move forward, remember, every moment is an invitation to bring forth the divine spark you carry. Your reality begins where your awareness dares to reach.